wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne the Guy. Good morning, Breakfast Club family. Teslin. Oh, that's different.
Teslin Figaro.
Well, let's jump right into it. Sad shooting on HBCU campus, huh?
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. We just do way too many of these stories. 5 people, 4 men and 1 woman, 18 to 22, were shot at Morgan State University in Baltimore Tuesday night. Police have not identified a suspect. In the case, the victims were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, so that is a good thing. No one, passed away. And unfortunately, this marks the 531 mass shootings in the U.S. so far this year.
Wow. That's super duper sad, because that's why most students and most people want to go to a HBCU, because they feel like they're safe, right? They feel like they're at home. They feel like they're comfortable. So the fact that this happened is very scary. So, sending prayers and everything to those families and those individuals that got shot.
I mean, you can't truly feel comfortable anywhere in America knowing that there's so many mass shootings. Because, mass shootings have shown us they go down at any place, at any time, anywhere.
Right. Churches, grocery stores.
Right. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever.
Yeah, now let's jump into McCarthy. What happened with McCarthy?
Oh, man, this was all over the news. History was made yesterday. U.S. representatives voted yesterday to get rid of Kevin McCarthy as speaker, which a lot of folks knew this was coming. But this was a historic moment that threatened to plunge House Republicans even further into chaos and turmoil. Let's take a listen. I'll give you some more information on the other side.
On this vote, the yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Damn.
Yeah,
Kevin McCarthy never had any power, though, right? Like we talk about, we talk about folks being glorified puppets. Kevin McCarthy was absolutely one, and if he didn't do the bidding of his puppet masters, they was gonna cut his strings, and that's exactly what happened. He got his strings cut.
That's exactly what it is, Charlamagne. And I remember we talked about this when he got in. He cut this deal in the very beginning, allowing them the opportunity to be able to oust him the moment he did something that they didn't want him to do. Remember, he went 15 rounds to get his speakership. He only had 9 months to lose it. It was so interesting because he was all over TV saying, "Oh no, I got it under control." No, actually he did. So they will now elect a new speaker. Republicans are pissed. They are really pissed at Matt Gaetz and those the few folks that decided to go ahead and oust him. It was only 8 Republicans that voted to get him out, and all 210 Democrats helped them burn down their own house. So there was a lot of back and forth yesterday. I was glued to the TV on that because they wanted Democrats to save the Republic, to save him. And so Democrats said, no, we're not going to jump in and save this is a Republicans' problem. But what they did do is vote against him and made it easier to get him out. So they didn't save him, but they sure didn't stop it either. So
isn't this another example of why Republicans got to move away from Trumpism, though?
What you mean? Why you say that?
Because he was a Trump guy.
Yep, and that's what the Hakeem Jeffries was saying. I was watching him yesterday do some media, and they were saying, why don't you just basically paraphrasing, why don't you help out and help them keep McCarthy? Because obviously he's trying to work with you guys. And Hakeem Jeffries was very clear in saying, no, this is not just this one thing. Basically, Republicans are giving them hell all the way through, so they're gonna help you get the shovel and help you dig the hole. So that's basically.
It's just interesting for me because it's like your traditional conservative values, traditional Republicans, they have to want their party back at some point. They have to see how, the extreme MAGism is cannibalizing their party. They have to see that. I would think.
Well, if they don't see it now, if they didn't see it before, they'll see it now. And then quickly, since he lost his seat, there is a new seat. There will be a new senator. Dianne Feinstein passed away last Thursday at 90 years old, which left her seat open to be filled by California Governor Newsom. Let's take a quick listen to that report.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has appointed a new senator to fill the seat of the late Dianne Feinstein. Alphonsa Butler, she's the head of the group Emily's List, which works to elect Democratic women. She will be the third black woman to ever serve in the Senate, as well as the first openly LGBTQ person to represent California. Butler will serve until the winner of the state's next Senate election. That's November 2024. Feinstein died last week at the age of 90.
Now, Charlamagne, people are feeling away. Progressives are feeling away. You know, Barbara Lee wanted that position. The Congressional Black Caucus actually endorsed her for that position. For those that don't know, Barbara Lee is a progressive in California in the House of Representatives. So she will still be running her race to see, you know, if she can get the votes to come out next year in November. But people kind of feel slighted by that. You know, no disrespect to Ms. Butler. They're, you know, excited that she got the position and certainly in support of her. But people are feeling away about that. So this election is far from, or this position is far from over. It's still going to take people going to the polls to actually see who will be the next senator for the state of California.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Now, get it off your chest, Tess. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Tesden Figaro on the line, and let's get in some front page news. Now, Donald Trump, he was back in court yesterday, right?
Yeah, back in court. Now, this case is going to go on for about 3 months. So we'll just give updates as you know, certain things happen. And one thing that happened yesterday, he upset the judge. I don't know if it's a good idea to upset your judge, but yesterday he was issued a gag order because he was targeting the judge's law clerk. Trump posted a picture of Allison Greenfield and a picture with her and Senator Chuck Schumer on his Truth social media site. He mocked her, saying that this was Schumer's girlfriend, and said that the case should be dismissed. Now, the post was taken down around lunch break around 1:30 p.m. The judge said that personal attacks on members of my court staff are unacceptable, inappropriate, and I will not tolerate it under any circumstances, and issued a gag order. So don't know if that was the smartest thing to do, but
Man,
that's Trump.
If you all think for 1 second Trump is going to stick to that gag order, you out your rabbit ass mind. Trump going to wipe his ass with that gag order. But here's the reality of the situation. There's going to be consequences and repercussions for Trump violating that gag order. But I think at this point, Trump don't care.
Nope.
I really don't. The judge can say, yo, you're going to have to pay these people $50 million, $100 million. Trump gonna say, get it in blood.
Get it in blood, yeah. I agree.
Like,
Trump don't care.
Yeah, he really doesn't. And he's expected to testify. So, like you said, Charlamagne, it's definitely going to be a Nino Brown moment. He's on the witness list for the state and the defense, and they're saying that may happen on next week. So certainly we'll bring you that when that happens.
hey, man, Trump is a great entertainer. He just don't make a good president, but he's a great entertainer.
Now, we also got to talk about this Taco Bell employee. What happened with this Taco Bell employee?
Yeah, this is crazy. Well, it actually was a customer. 67-year-old Dahl McLendon has been arrested in North Carolina after allegedly shooting a Taco Bell employee following a dispute over being given the wrong change. He was given incorrect change, and so he became aggressive, went in the restaurant, stormed inside with a weapon, then fled the scene, shot the employee who was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We don't have any updates on the injuries at this time. It just says life-threatening, but he has been arrested and charged with assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, and discharging a weapon in an occupied property.
Man, folks is at the end of their ropes, man. I promise you, I've always been the type of person to show everybody love, but you truly, truly have to be kind to folks in this era, man, because you don't know what people are carrying. You don't know what kind of trauma they're dealing with, what kind of pain they're dealing with, what kind of hurt they're dealing with. And when they get to the end of their rope, they'll project that pain, hurt, and trauma on you.
Leave people alone.
Because this don't even make no sense.
But just giving the wrong change, though? Like, what could he have done?
It's not over the change, though. It's over whatever that person is dealing with internally.
Too, yeah.
Like that guy had so many other issues going on in his life. That was just something that broke the straw that broke the camel's back. It wasn't over no wrong change.
For sure. So we'll see if more comes out on that. But just to your point, you know, what we talked about earlier in the mass shooting, you just don't know. You know, you can go anywhere and anything can happen. So yeah, this is just a really unfortunate story. And then one last thing I wanted to let people know before I got out of here. Today at 2:20 Eastern Standard Time, everybody's phone is going to go off. The federal government will be conducting a nationwide test of its emergency alert system. So you and everybody around you will have your phone going off at 2:20. Do not be alarmed. They said that the purpose of this is to ensure that the systems continue to be effective, meaning being able to warn folks of emergencies at the national level.
Question. I've been seeing this for the last few days, that they've been saying for the last few days they're going to have this alert on Wednesday. Why are they alerting us to this alert?
So nobody is scared.
But but we always get alerts on our phone randomly.
But usually it's real. It's an Amber Alert or there's a flood warning.
No,
or there's
sometimes it's just a
problem.
national emergency system. They do it all the time. They just a national emergency alarm system will go off on your phone.
I don't get that. I get the Amber Alerts. I get flooding in certain areas. I get like if there's a problem in the area, but I never get a test.
I mean, throughout my whole life, even before the phone, sometimes they would just pop up on the television.
Oh, on the television and on the radio.
And they would say this is just a test.
Right.
Why are they alerting us that this is just a test this time?
Well, I guess because everybody's just going to go. Because even on Amber Alert, you can turn your phone off. Everybody doesn't get Amber Alerts, on their phone. You can adjust it. So
can you?
I guess they don't want to. Yeah, you can.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I talk about, you can. You can set your settings to turn off. Everybody doesn't get Amber Alerts. So
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. I do know like if there's hurricane or bad weather, your phone will go off. If like you said, Amber Alerts or whatever it may be. So I just thought that, with this, they have to test the system.
Yeah, I told my daughter this because she had hers turned off. She said, it's annoying. I was like, turn the Amber Alert on. You could be saving somebody's life. But you can turn it off. But with this, some people won't be. I mean, again, we're living in a day and time where so much crazy stuff is happening. I can see how somebody's anxiety would go up if they didn't know what was going on, if the entire office's, phone is going off at the same time.
Or if you're a student and you're in class or something like that,
right,
and your phone just starts ringing.
What's crazy is I'm looking at it now. They say FEMA's required to do a national test of the system no less than once
every 3 years.
Every 3 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy because it feels like it's more often than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tiz.
No problem. Thank you.
And make sure you subscribe to Tesla Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast, and follow her on all social media platforms at Tesla Figaro.
Now let's open up the phone lines, 800-585-1051. This clip resurfaced of Jay-Z talking about a time a family member asked him for $4,800. People are saying, well, Jay got it. He's a billionaire. He should give it no problem. And that is the question.
Nigga, please.
800-585-1051. If a family member wants to borrow some money from you and you got it, should you be obligated to give it?
Hell no. Capital letters, all exclamation marks.
We're supposed to do it when we come back.
We can definitely talk about it when we come back. I don't know who the hell y'all entitled people think y'all are.
But people will say Jay-Z's a billionaire.
What that got to do with anything? Jay-Z also know that his cousin is an F-up.
800-585-1051.
I'm not saying Jay-Z's cousin is an F-up. I'm just saying when you know your family members, you know who you should be giving that opportunity to and who you shouldn't.
Let's discuss when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.